Ernst Wilhelm Theodor Herrmann Hengstenberg was a German Lutheran churchman and neo-Lutheran theologian from an old and important Dortmund family. He was born at Fröndenberg, a Westphalian town, and was educated by his father Johann Heinrich Karl Hengstenberg, who was a famous minister of the Reformed Church and head of the Fröndenberg convent of canonesses. His mother was Wilhelmine, then Bergh.Entering the University of Bonn in 1819. Hengstenberg attended the lectures of Georg Wilhelm Freytag for Oriental languages and of Johann Karl Ludwig Gieseler for church history, but his energies were principally devoted to philosophy and philology, and his earliest publication was an edition of the Arabic Mu'allaqat of Imru, al-Qais, which gained for him a prize at his graduation in the philosophical faculty. This was followed in 1824 by a German translation of Aristotle's Metaphysics. Finding himself without the means to complete his theological studies under Johann August Wilhelm Neander and Friedrich August Thorlach in Berlin, he accepted a post at Basel as tutor in Oriental languages to Johann Jacob Staehlen, later a professor at the university. It was that he began to direct his attention to a study of the Bible, which led him to a conviction, not only of the divine character of evangelical religion, but also of the unapproachable adequacy of its expression in the Augsburg Confession. In 1824 he joined the philosophical faculty of the University of Berlin as a private docent, and in 1825 he became a licentiate in theology, his theses being remarkable for their evangelical fervor and for their emphatic protest against every form of rationalism, especially in questions of Old Testament criticism. In 1826 he became professor extraordinarius in theology, and in July 1827 took on the editorship of the Evangelische Kirchenzeitung, a strictly orthodox journal, which in his hands acquired an almost unique reputation as a controversial organ. It did not become well known until in 1830 an anonymous article appeared, which openly charged Wilhelm Gesenius and Julius Wegscheider with infidelity and profanity, and on the ground of these accusations advocated the interposition of the civil power, thus giving rise to the prolonged Hallerscher Streit. In 1828 the first volume of Hengstenberg's Christologie das Alten Testaments passed through the press. In the autumn of that year he became Professor Ordinarius in Theology, and in 1829 Doctor of Theology. Main works: Christologie des Alten Testaments, a work of much learning, the estimate of which varies according to the hermeneutical principle of the individual critic. English translation in Betrachtung zur Einleitung in das Alte Testament eng. Trans. Dissertations on the genuineness of Daniel and the integrity of Zechariah, and dissertation on the genuineness of the Pentateuch, in which the traditional view on each question is strongly upheld, and much capital is made of the absence of harmony among the negative English translation in English translation in Die Bücher Moses und Ägypten, English translation in Die Geschichte Wilhelms seine Weisungen, Kommentar über die Psalmen, which shares the merit and defects of the Christology, English translation in Die Offenbarung Johannes erläutert, English translation in Das hohe Lied Ausgelegt, Der Prediger Salomo Ausgelegt, English translation in Das Evangelium Johannes erläutert, Die Weisungen und das Propheten Ezekiel erläutert, English translation in Of minor importance are Darübers Tyria aus Commentatio Academica über den Tag des Herrn, Da Passe ein Vortrag, Die Opfer der Heiligen Schrift, several series of papers also, as for example, the Retention of the Apocrypha, Freemasonry, dueling, the relation between the Jews and the Christian Church, which originally appeared in the Kirchenzeitung, were afterwards printed in a separate form. posthumously published Geschichte des Reiches Gottes unter dem alten Bund. Das Buch Hiob erläutert. Vollsungen über die Leidensgeschichte.